Welcome to another Freelancer Masterclass video. I am Mike Volkin, lead instructor of Freelancer Masterclass. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like freelancer-related content. Today's topic is freelance writing as a full-time career. Here's how to do it. Many of you are freelance writers. In fact, freelance writers comprise of the largest contingent of freelancers, meaning there's more writers out there than marketers or virtual assistants or any of the other dozens of different categories of freelancers. So if you are a writer and currently doing it part-time and want to be a full-timer, or you are a full-time writer and just want tips to take it to the next level, this video may help you. In fact, if you are a full-time writer, please leave a comment below, give a little plug for yourself, but also while plugging for yourself in your own writing career, please also leave a tip. I don't mind if you plug your own business, but if you don't leave a tip associated with it, then it gets deleted. I just had somebody spam a bunch of their Fiverr links and their gigs, and they didn't on this channel, and they didn't leave any tips or anything, so I had to go ahead and delete it. So please don't spam this board. It's getting more and more popular, or this channel rather. But I don't mind if you leave a link to your company, to your website, to your Upwork profile, whatever, as long as you leave something of value to the viewers of these videos. So let's get started. First of all, as a part-time writer and even a full-time writer, of course, you should have a writing portfolio. If you don't have one, then get free work. Okay, and I talk about the controversy of offering free work to clients, but this is especially valuable if you want to do work as a full-time freelancer. You need to have free work to get started. Okay, you need to be able to have something to show existing clients. Now, if you're a full-time writer, of course, you probably already have a whole book of freelance writing examples. And if you're just got out of school, for example, you might have some work that you want to put on a portfolio. But those of you who have work that is not on a portfolio, please go ahead and put it together. And I'm giving credit to this person because it's a great online portfolio. It's from makealivingwriting.com. And I grabbed a screen share from Google Images, and it just shows her portfolio. See how it's all chunked out in different colors? It's easy to read. Each one has a nice clear image. Okay. And by the way, don't use copyrighted images. You could get in trouble. I know someone who did that one time. You should go to Google Images and use the filter that's under the tools section called labeled for reuse. That means that you can use it for businesses, okay? Other than that, you need to cite the source like I did. This is from makealivingwriting.com. So get yourself a portfolio and write for yourself and put it on Medium. All your writing doesn't have to be for clients. You can write for yourself. In fact, if you are just getting started as a writer, you should write for what you're passionate about, okay? Puppies, baby animals, food, whatever you want to write for. This is something that will show the client your writing style, okay? And get an experienced writer to give you feedback. That's very important. You can go to upwork.com and just hire a writer for an hour or two with the premise that, hey, I'm just looking for someone to review my work and provide feedback, not only in the quality of the work, but in how your portfolio is displayed online. You want to find somebody, obviously, that has an existing good portfolio. Okay, educate yourself on how to constantly be a better writer. So what I did was I Googled free writing courses online, and there are some non-credited courses at the following. I found 9 universities that are offering free writing courses. You should always be educating yourself. Now, there's 2 types of education in freelancing. There's freelancer-related education, which I'll talk about later. And then there's niche-specific education. That's education to your specific skill set. So in this case, being a writer, you should always have those 2 types of education going. So these are 9 sources for you to get free writing courses online. So if you want to go to the MIT, for example, Institute of Technology from Massachusetts, and you just check out writing courses there's some free ones available to you. In fact, all these other courses I listed are absolutely free. Okay, you can go to Stanford. You can even brag on your Upwork profile that you completed courses at Purdue or Stanford or Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, all Ivy League schools, and not just Upwork, LinkedIn. You could put that all on there. I know someone who completed an extension course at Harvard for entrepreneurship, and he just posted it all over his bio, his LinkedIn, Harvard graduate of this extension course. It sounds great. You should find companies who will pay you to write. But how do you do that? I get this question a lot. How do I find companies that will pay me to write? Well, the first thing I would recommend is you Google phrases in your industry. So if you're a tech writer, for example, you just Google best tech company blogs. And what you want to do is you want to go through those results. And I gave an example of them here. And you see bloggers are already writing on blogs in your industry. So you should just go through those blogs and you should see who they're recommending. So you see some of the results here. Here are the top 20 tech blogs. So you should follow all of them because all of them need writers. Why do tech blogs need writers? Why do any popular blogs need writers? Because they're always looking for content and they need writers. Okay, writers come and go all the time. So even if you're not in a position where somebody wants to hire you, maybe you got rejected and saying, hey, we don't need writers right now. You should follow them on LinkedIn. You should keep in touch with them, once a month. Just say, hey, how you doing? I like this article. I saw your newsletter here. Because their writers are a revolving door, unfortunately. They have a high turnover. All right, so always keep that relationship going. And then send a pitch and include a sample. All right, a pitch is a simple email. It introduces yourself, attaches a pitch, or here's a link to my pitch deck, that type of thing. Or your writing portfolio, rather. It's not called a pitch deck. That's for investment reasons. Okay, so create a list of prospects. And how do you do that? Well, one of the tools I use is, I'm not a writer, but I do this for marketing, is to check out buzzsumo.com. So with BuzzSumo, you see all the filters here on the left? Let me get my marker out. So you've got these filters. What you do is you type in a keyword, like sticking with the same example, tech blogs, and you click search. So you get all these results. And now these are sorted by how popular they are. So what's great about BuzzSumo is it gives you how many times they've been searched across social media and other platforms. So you can see there's Facebook engagements, 5.9 thousand, right? Twitter shares. And then you can literally click on these particular buttons and see who shared them, which is huge. Okay. So you can search the past year or the timeline. You can even search what country you're interested in, what language. You can search all these great things. Okay. So use BuzzSumo to really hone in on the popular content out there. And of course, the most popular content, they need writers. So check out BuzzSumo. So I want to talk to you right now about the Pareto Principle. You probably heard this as the 80-20 rule. So when you're first getting started as a freelance writer, full-time or part-time, you should focus 80% of your time for the first 3 months on prospecting. It's very important because that's the growth of your company. And then 20% of your time should be writing. You might feel guilty. You know what? I'm working now and all I'm doing is I'm getting my name out there and I'm not really having billable work. That's natural. Believe me, that will come back to you at the end. And at the end of the first 3 months, you'll start to see that flip. So then you'll be doing 20% prospecting and 80% writing. You should always do some form of prospecting, okay? But in the first 3 months, 80% prospecting, 20% writing. It's called the Pareto Principle. And then the last tip I have for you is to educate yourself on being a great freelancer. Remember a few slides ago, I talked about 2 types of education, and we talked about your niche education and then freelancer education. So I might be biased, but Freelancer Education is the best at Freelancer Masterclass. I'm the lead instructor there. We have a 10-step module, step-by-step, where you'll go through small group cohorts, and you'll learn with other students on each and every module until the end. You're a master freelancer. You can go out and do whatever you feel. You have the confidence to be that master freelancer. So go ahead and sign up at Freelancer Masterclass. It's completely free. There is a premium account, which will get you some bells and whistles that go beyond the scope of this video, but go ahead and check it out now at freelancermasterclass.com. I hope these tips helped you. Good luck.